Good morning.
It is morning. What is it, like 4 or 5 in the morning?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep,
I can't believe
honestly.
I can't believe when I call you and you tell me good morning and it's like freaking
3 in the
1 p.m.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that kind of tells you how everything is going. Because obviously the point was to connect with you in the morning about something, and the day gets away. And to be quite honest with you, Gabe, it's just a lot of noise that you're just trying to tune out. Oh, hey man, I want to suck you down this
Oh,
into
gee.
this, not like that, but just suck you into this, like just a thing that you have to maintain. What is this going to do for me? And you have to look at the pros and cons. And the big thing is just trying to get back to a good even keel of, you check here, do this thing over here. All right, that plate's spinning. Now you come over here, do your stuff over here. Now that plate's spinning, and you just keep things spinning. Right now, it's like you're just like walking through everything, and oh, this needs to keep spinning. All right, cool. I'm working on that. And I got this. You're like, all right, I got a schedule down. And then you come and realize, what about over here? What do you mean about over there? Somebody's got to this and this. So then you're going, okay, now you're doing this one and this one. It's like, wait a minute, one more. Hold on, you were doing this one over here before. Let's combine these two, and now it's this. So it's just a lot of moving where you reach that point where you're just like, you know what? If you can't get this done for me in the next couple weeks, kind of thing, we're done. I got to keep moving to get on to the next thing, or the next objective or the next deadline, to be able to make sure that this thing goes on without a hitch. And it's nothing personal. That's where I'm seeing it, obviously. But really just understanding priorities and just the
Yeah.
level at those priorities are at.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really it's in my position it's usually I was told I need to manage the dotted line, right? It's like I don't have anybody necessarily that reports to me, but I still have to get stuff done. And those
Mm.
people I need to work with to try and get things done. And it's difficult because there's times where you just feel very agitated because someone's not doing what you need them to do. So you're just like, man, I'm gonna write you up in your head, right? You're just like, there's gonna be consequences. Nothing's getting done and something needs to happen, but you don't have that authority
There's going to be
because I'm
hell to
managing
pay.
the dotted line. There's gonna be hell to pay, but I can't. It's only gonna be in my own head. It's only for me to feel that hell because I'm the one who's trying to make sure that things are getting done. And everybody else is like, well, that's not important right now. My thing's more important. So it's tough, when you don't really have a team or you don't really have anybody that reports directly to you, and you have to work with other individuals.
If you're not getting your answer, you just keep going to the top, and you just
Yeah,
keep adding
yeah.
more people to it
Fortunately,
until visibility happens. And then before you know it, they're like, what do you need, bro? What do you need? I need this and this. Okay. And we need it this often. Okay.
yeah,
So it's just
yeah.
everybody getting used to change. And it shocks a lot of people.
Change is not easy. It's not, and it
No.
takes a lot of like retrospect. It really takes like a lot of like looking inward, like yourself, because that was something that I've been having to do lately. Where, like I've mentioned, I'm just a little agitated because I have stuff that I gotta do, and I'm asking people to, hey, I need this information, and I don't get that information, and I have to keep asking for that info, and when I finally get that information, it's wrong, and I'm over here just really just kind of stressing that. In my head, I'm like, well, if somebody's looking into this and they find out that everything's messed up, I'm out of a job. And
Yeah.
it might not get to that point. It might be like, hey, man, like, this is your first write up in, 12, 13 years. At the same time,
Well, it could always be
in
the
a
doozy
position,
one too.
exactly. It
So
could just be like, hey, man, it's been fun, but we're moving on. And that's a big fear of mine. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I've been really kind of thinking about where I'm at in the position that I'm at, and I never really get to. I always just shut up and kind of do my job. Well, not really. Sometimes I bitch and complain to you, right? But you're the one who kind of takes that beating, and you can talk to me whenever things are rough with you. But I usually just don't question, I guess, my superiors in a way, like my direct reports, as to what's the plan, right? Like what,
Mm,
because at the end of the day, like I'm in control of my own destiny of what happens in a way, right? Like I can,
right.
if I'm unhappy, I can move on. But I would really definitely like to know within the company, where do I stand? Is there more opportunity for growth for me? Because I'm sitting here and I've become many different roles in the company I'm working for. But then I see other people that all of a sudden are jumping into even higher positions. And it's not a matter of like, oh, they started after me. Why are they? Yeah, there's many different factors, right? There's like, they continued school, they got other degrees, more experience, more certificates, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. But I feel like I put a lot of work into what I'm doing, and I've always just tried to keep everything afloat, even when things went bad and piecing things together. And I just don't feel that maybe they are thinking about me because I haven't said anything. So I was watching a video and it was mentioning that the one thing that you have that you can do, the most powerful tool is asking. Just ask.
Yeah.
Just, what can go wrong just by asking? If you find out that, and in hesitancy, at the same time, like just being hesitant to even ask, or to really find out what's going on. But the sooner you do, the more you'll really find out whether that is really the job or the position for you as a person. I mean, if they don't really have any plans for you, if well, you're kind of good at what you're doing. Well, I've been in that position for like 10 years. Yeah, man. And what's another 10? Right?
If you plan your money right and you invest and
Yeah.
maintain everything, you might be okay.
Might be okay, but I don't want to be just okay. Right? Okay for me is not okay. And I know
Okay.
that we've heard that
Okay.
before, right? But in
A-okay.
my head, I've gotten to a point now where I know what I'm capable of doing, and I've just been so to lose what I have. But sometimes you have to fail and you have to lose to be able to finally get something, worth keeping, worth having. And for me, I don't think I've reached that point yet because there's a lot of people above me and a lot of people that I don't agree with. And sometimes it makes me upset. And I need to learn to control that, control my emotions and my feelings, and really just kind of be empathetic towards everybody else, right? I just need that's a strength, right? Being right. Not only people have it, but sometimes we forget to use it or even just think about it. So for me, I need to start thinking more, and I have been. I thinking more team. If the team's doing great, just telling somebody, hey man, you did a really great job. Like if
Yeah.
somebody finally got me what I was asking for, and it took a little bit of work, and they were at least trying to work with me. Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, I didn't do too much. No, man, like what you did was awesome. Please keep doing it, right? But if it fails, which I feel like right now, like in a position that I'm in, I would say things have gotten better, but are they kind of where they need to be? Somebody probably looking it on the outside looking in is probably thinking, no, not really. So if it's a fail, that's all on me.
You know what?
And yeah,
Speaking of failing, have you ever failed in bed? Try new Blue Chew. Right
I
now,
have.
Blue
Oh, I thought
Chew
you were asking.
is
I actually
30% off
did.
if you use the
Yeah.
code Gabe is limp. Gabe is limp. 30% off.
Ah,
Blue Chew at bluechew.com.
you
Go
know
ahead,
that
Gabe.
that does that has happened. I know this is supposed to be a commercial break because we're sponsored and we're very successful as a podcast
Yes,
right now.
yes.
But there's a lot of pressure sometimes, and I'm not even trying to be funny. It's happened to me before to where I'm just like, oh come on, man, right now, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
And you don't have We didn't have the resources then. I mean, it wasn't that
Yeah,
long
you had
ago,
to
but
really, yeah, there's a lot of gadgets
yeah.
that had to be bought
Oh,
and stuff. But hey, and then
yeah.
you got the opportunity and you found out that it was actually real, the pill. And you're like, cool, how do I get that pill? And then you're like, all right, I have a prescription. How much does it cost? Per pill? I'm sorry. Yeah, per pill. Oh, okay. What?
How much are we
Five,
talking?
10 cents, $59 a pill.
Ooh, a pill?
Yeah. You got to remember too, a lot of this stuff wasn't really covered under insurance because, hey, we're sorry that you can't, but
It's your
hey,
problem. Yeah.
if you want to, you'll pay for it one way or the other.
That doesn't make sense to me though, because I feel like, well, I guess it would depend on whoever's. Okay, I'm not going to get political here.
Yep.
Stay
There you
on
go.
track.
Yes,
Here we go.
sir.
All right.
Hey, you
So,
know what? Let's talk
yes.
about speaking of tools.
Oh,
This is a great
okay.
segue right into our
It is.
first topic.
However, you said tools, and I just want to mention Ace
Yes,
Hardware sells pies.
they do.
They do.
Ace Hardware sells like what you
Ace
can buy.
Hardware sells pies. My wife has that Chino Hills
Yeah,
thing, and one of the videos she's doing is like, look, you can get pies at Ace Hardware, and we had it today, and it's actually really good. It's a really good freaking pie, man. It was
is
like
it an
20
apple
bucks.
pie?
It's not cheap.
Yeah.
It's not like a discounted pie, but it's legit. And they had a ton. They had like strawberry rhubarb, they had
Oh,
blueberry, Dutch apple, caramel apple, peach cobbler. There was like probably like three or four other ones. They just had a ton of them in a freezer section. And they're made by like some company or business here in like, like in California.
mm,
But they're the people who know about them really like these pies are just whew, man, dude, if you ever go to Ace Hardware, make sure you pick up a pie. But
speaking of tools, pick up a pie at
pick up a
Ace
pie.
Hardware.
Yeah, Ace Hardware should sponsor us with the pies. But no, I mean, so our tools, you're talking about tools, right?
Hmm.
And I think a lot of the times, our AOK podcast, Acts of Kindness, it has an axe in the name, right? And I think a lot of times the idea for us is we're carving out a better world. Oh, what better use of a tool than an axe? Just hack away. Let's carve it out. Let's make room for empathy and compassion, right? But not everybody's going to use the same tools. Everybody uses different tools for different things. I mean, granted, sometimes I use the paring knife or, I'll use like a butcher's knife to put butter on my toast, right? But I should really be using the butter knife. What's your tool for carving out kindness?
Before, I would say it was just an axe, just getting in there and just going hard at it. That doesn't sound right, but really just forcing the kindness on people almost to the point where the kindness was almost over the top because people are like, all right, dude, hey, we get it. You're super positive, happy, energetic. You're saying all the right things that I want to hear. It was just like, boom, this is how we have to do it. But now I'm much more sparingly with my kindness just because not everybody really wants it. They really just give me my thing and leave me alone, whether it's coffee or it's a product or it's a service or it it's all interactive. And a lot of times they don't even want to talk to you. They're like, "Oh, do you have
No.
the app? Oh, cool, let me scan your app." And in some cases, oh, they won't even tell you that. It's on the screen to prompt you. There's nobody there and they just look at you. Like, can't you read? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm doing your job. What are you doing here? But okay, I get it.
Yeah, no, that's a good take. I think that for myself, or I believe for myself, there's a lot of times where I'll be out walking the dogs and dog people meet other dog people, just like how people with kids meet other people with kids, right? Oh, hey, you have a little one, or oh, hey, what's your fur baby's name? I just don't like having to conversate. Like, and I know you kind of have to. It's just a nice thing to do,
Yeah.
especially when you live in a community or something like that, right? Where you're like, oh, hey, I'm your neighbor. Hey, neighbor, how are you? Or oh, hey, how's your dog doing? Oh, haha, they love you. They like each other. You guys are friends, and it's usually always the same conversation that you typically have. Like, oh, ha ha ha, cool. Hey, man. stay safe. Or hey, it's cold outside, huh? It's like, yeah, no shit. And the reason I say that is because I was always the one like, oh man, it's cold. Oh man, it's cold. And it's like I'm sure like I had to think like people are probably tired of me hearing saying that, right? Like I'm cold too, and here I am. I'm in the same situation as you, and you probably have more body hair than I do, and so you're probably a lot warmer than I am. It's there's times where I feel like I don't want to bother somebody. And so that's almost like kind of a kindness, like giving that person space. You can always just say, "Hey, how are you?" and that's it, right? And that's it. They'll smile, they'll wave. That doesn't mean they say something to you and they're trying to be nice, and then you make it awkward and you're trying to start a conversation with someone that's just like, "Shit, man, I really didn't want to talk right now." I mean, I don't even feel like talking with my own family sometimes. So I'm just like, "All right,
You see them enough. Yeah, during the hours that you see and live with them, not everything needs to be like, oh, hey, I haven't seen you
yeah."
in 5 minutes. Let's catch up.
Yeah, and I think it's like the same, with anybody with them too, right? It's just like, oh man, hey, what's up? Oh, hi, how are you doing? Oh, hey, good morning. It's
Yeah.
it's like getting a lot of the formalities out of the way, and with strangers, it's just that much more. Where you're just like, I get to see you for only 1 second, and then you're gone, and there's something kind of nice about that.
Just give them the
And I
simple,
know
if you
that
make eye
does,
contact,
yeah,
just give them the head nod. Like,
yeah. But then all of a sudden, that person gets up out of their seat and like scoots right next to you, and like, oh, hey, you want to talk? It's like, oh, son of a bitch. That's not what I was trying to say. But
you made a new
even
friend.
nodding gets awkward too, right? Because like there's like different ways to nod. Like there's like and then there's the
If you're doing, that's the what's up.
that's
You
the
got,
what's up where you're
you got,
comfortable.
that could
Well,
be the other way too.
yeah,
What's up, dude?
it's the problem, but usually it's because you're exposing your neck. So
Yeah.
you're saying like you feel comfortable enough around that person, but it's also threatening because you're just like, come on, what are you gonna do,
Oh,
right?
that's
What are you gonna
true.
do?
Yeah, I'll give you the
But
first shot.
yeah, come on, But when you go like this, it's like more of a respect. You're protecting your neck. You're going like, hey, what's up? Hi, just a
I
modest
see
hello.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey,
At least you're doing something.
how do you
I
do?
mean,
Yeah,
it's not like you just got top of the morning to you.
yeah, top to you.
But
Top of the muffin.
no, so your tool is
So my tool, like kind of like you, I guess it was an act. It was I was thinking an axe because I was thinking, oh yeah, acts of kindness makes
I
sense.
stole it.
Play on words, right? Stolen. Yeah, I don't know. The way you kind of worded it, like it being kind of like not aggressive, but it's just like a brute, right? Oh, here we go. We're gonna use that axe. I don't know. I kind of struggle to think of what tool I even have right now to carve out kindness because I struggle with being kind. Like not I'm not again, I
Maybe a
always say
hammer.
I'm not a mean or bad person. It's just the fact that there's a lot of things I feel that kind of make me upset. And I used to be more patient when I was younger, and
Hmm.
I feel like my patience has kind of run out.
You know what you want. That's really what it is.
I know what I want, and I know what I don't want in some ways, right? I feel like I know what I don't want more than what I do want. And what I don't want is people messing with me, right? I don't want people to mess with my sleep, which too bad. I have kids.
Yep.
So, and then I don't want people messing with, my success, which too late, there's when you're working with people,
Oh, that's
you
always
got to
going to
work as a
happen.
team, and I feel like I haven't gotten a win yet. And so, and that's a whole nother story we'll save for another time.
There you
Um, but I think for the most part, with my weapon of choice,
go. Tool.
my tool, I don't know. I feel like I guess I don't want to. I honestly feel like I haven't found it yet,
Yeah. And that's
and
fair.
maybe yeah,
Everybody's going to find their tool. If I was going to say like my tool now, like I mentioned before, just being very just methodical with my kindness, it's more like, I guess you would say, an X-Acto knife. I carve out,
mm,
just what's needed at the moment, like we talked, like we were just talking about. There's levels of kindness that you can give, and it's also just manners, just having manners, having respect for other people. It's not like you have to be like high fiving everybody that walks by, fist bump, quick little thug hug. No, just got to keep it simple sometimes. So keep your
that's really
kindness.
important. Yeah, keep it simple, stupid, right?
Yeah, because kindness is energy, and if you have a lot of it, oh man, knock yourself out.
Yeah. It's not well, the more I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking my kindness tool might just be the hedge trimmer.
It's a little bit off the
I like
top.
using a I like using a hedge trimmer. I trim our hedges here, and I really enjoy it, and I'm like, "Well," because I really like trimming things down. I like being creative and just kinda putting different angles and shapes to things. I'm not, like, out there Edward Scissorhands, making
Oh,
dinosaurs out
I
of
thought
bushes
you
and
were
stuff.
okay. I thought you were doing something like that, getting
Like,
creative, just
yeah.
out there making a big old huge G or something like that, or like
No,
actually creating a bear face.
I'm just like, shaping things up to where it's like, hey, this is more of a more rounded out, right? And just
Okay.
creating I don't know. It's kind of fun. I enjoy it. I get it. I like it. So maybe that's just kind of my thing, right? I'm not like chopping away at something and taking a whole chunk off of it, but slowly but surely, like an ice sculpture, I guess. I'm just kind of carving something out. So I'll get there eventually. Maybe just slower than other people. Maybe other people's tools are a chainsaw, and it's really just like I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows I'm kind. And they're out there and just trying to hack away
A
at whatever
lot of
obstacles they
noise.
have. A lot of noise, and it could piss people off, right? Maybe
Yeah.
it's maybe it's
I
it's
don't
it's
want you to hear
too
your kindness.
too much. Yeah, yeah. And so I think with the hedge trimmer, it's loud, but it's not too loud. It's not going to wake the neighbors up,
Yeah.
right? It's slowly it's slow. It's a slow process,
It's
but
average.
eventually you'll get there.
Average works. Average gets
Yeah.
the job done.
It does. It does.
That's right. No, I
Um,
think that,
but yeah,
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say that I think that's a great conversation because I really didn't put a whole lot of thought into it at first when we came up with the name because it was just such a
Mhm.
catchy name, right? Acts of kindness, and I wanted to get in on that. I wanted to just make sure that I'm carving out a kinder world for my kids, and just it just kind of fit where I'm like acts. Oh, cool, play on words. But then really thinking about the tool that I use, I was thinking, I'm like, I don't know what my tool is. But yeah, hedge trimmer, that's kind of funny because, yeah, I use that pretty often here at the house. And I think that really kind of means something to me. It's weird because, like, when you're really thinking about it, you don't, it's like you're really trying to find an answer, right? But then when you don't think about it, sometimes it just kind of comes to you all of a sudden. You're just like,
Do.
oh, it's like where this morning I was just like, there was something I needed to do or something I had to grab before I left the house. And I was heading into my room and then I sat on the bed and I was like, I forgot what I was going to grab. And then as I started just putting other things away, it came to me. Oh, that's right, my belt.
My pants were
And
falling off. I figured it
yeah,
out.
to prevent my pants from falling down, I was like, oh, that's right. It just kind of came to me. I didn't have to think about it. I just had to forget about it for a second. I just let the thought go. And then all of a sudden it just kind of came back
Yeah.
like a boomerang.
We definitely agree that we both started off with going hard with the just some sort of blunt or sharp object to
Mhm.
really carve out what we were trying to accomplish. And then we realized really that we need to go at it more with a fine tool, carving it
Mhm.
out, etching it, stepping back a little bit and going, you know what? I could add a little bit here. I could do a little bit
Mhm.
more there, but at my pace. So I think this tool topic was really good. And for everybody out there, we would love to know what your particular tool is. Leave it down in the
Mhm.
comments below, and we would love to hear it.
No, I like it. Yeah, let us know, everybody. What's your tool for carving out kindness? And
That's
don't
right.
forget, like and subscribe. See y'all next time.
And remember, everybody, you're A OK.
You're A okay.